Hi, in this video I would like to go over another example precipitation problem right here. So this is another problem like the one we saw in the preceding video. We've got aqueous solutions of sodium chloride and ammonium bromide are mixed. So again, a word problem here where we need to understand that these are chemical compounds that we need to turn into chemical formulas so we can understand what is being asked. And the question is, will a precipitate form? And if so, write the balanced molecular ionic and net ionic equation. So here let's find out. We've got, then we have sodium chloride. So again, remember sodium chloride is NaCl. And so we've got this in aqueous solution. And ammonium bromide. Ammonium has the formula NH4 plus, bromide Br minus. You should be comfortable with this at this point. NH4 ammonium bromide, aqueous. So both of these are strong electrolytes. They're very soluble. If we look these up in the solubility rules, sodium chloride is soluble. Ammonium ion, anything that contains the ammonium ion is soluble, and this is not part of an exception. So these two are soluble compounds. If I get the salts and dissolve them, they will dissolve in water very readily, and they will conduct electricity. They will be strong electrolytes. So the question is, what happens when I mix these two together? So again, here we need to make the assumption that this is a double displacement reaction. So the sodium will combine with the ammonium. I'm sorry, the other way around. The sodium will combine with the bromide. Sodium will combine with the bromide, and the chloride with the ammonium. So again, a double displacement reaction here. And so let's write out these formulas here and see what we get. And then we check if these are soluble or not. So we could potentially end up with, we said sodium bromide and aqueous. Well, let's not write down aqueous yet until we figure out whether this precipitates or not. So let's leave a little room right there. Plus ammonium chloride. And now we need to look in our solubility rules to see which of these could potentially form a precipitate. And then we see right here, okay, sodium bromide, so anything that contains sodium will form soluble compounds, and likewise anything that contains bromide, or part of the halides, will form soluble compounds. There are some exceptions, but sodium is not one of them, so this is soluble right here. And likewise, we will see that anything that contains ammonium and chloride, so ammonium ions usually produce soluble compounds or soluble salts, and chloride also. This is not part of the exception like silver or lead or mercury like we saw in the previous example, so this is also soluble. So that means no reaction will take place. So that's what we conclude right here, is what we can write as NaCl aqueous plus NH4 Br aqueous means we have no reaction. So when we mix these two together, all we're getting is a mixture. We do not end up with a chemical reaction. We end up with the mixture of all these ions in the beaker, and nothing happens. So the only way we can get a precipitation out of this is if we add yet another substance right here that will form an insoluble compound. So we would need to then add, say, something, for example, silver, so to precipitate that out if we wanted to. Okay, so I hope you found this informative. And so please make sure to work on those worksheets that I post. They contain several similar examples, and work through those. After you've seen these examples, I think you should be able to follow the pattern on these. Thanks for watching.